Now, let's be real for just 1 second here. Now, if you're here looking for news on this case that's coming later, if you're looking for the live stream that's coming tonight, but this is going to be a ranting video. So that's what this is going to be. If you don't like ranting videos, you can get the fuck out of here, unsubscribe. I really don't care, but this is my shit. Go fuck yourself. I want to rant about the mainstream media for just a second. I want to rant about something that I just saw that actually triggered and pissed me the fuck off. And it's something that I see a lot when I see some of you people commenting. Like, you're like, did the media say that? Well, I don't care. Did the Moscow Police Department say it? I don't care. Because both of them organizations' jobs is to keep prevalent information from us. Pertinent information, from us. It's just the truth of the whole situation. So I'm going to rant a little bit because this cocksucker right here is openly saying that he broke the story on Brian Kohlberger's Talkatone, whatever the fuck account, when he was 17 years old. And I'm fucking triggered by this whole shit. All right, I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time. Let's go. Let's do it.
Bring it back.
What's going on, everybody? As you guys know, I'm JB Gunner, and this is Crime Time. And yes, my ribs are feeling a little bit better, so it's time to start pushing out some content both here and the political channel, and the gaming channel, and all that shit, which you can find the links to down below. I want to first and foremost, before we get into this rant, say thank you very much to everybody that supports this channel, regardless of the method you choose, whether it's PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Patreon. Truth is, guys, I couldn't do this each and every day as often as I do without you, the Gun Squad. So thank you guys so much. Thank you for all the calls, all the texts, everybody wishing me well as I heal from this shit. And I know you guys are asking, JB, are you going to drink again? Yes, all the time. For shit, I dropped 10 of acid last night. I'm good to go. I'm not tripping right now, though, just so y'all know. Anyway, it is what it is. Guys, by the way, if you two want to support the channel, feel free to hit the links down below. Do just that. I told you I'm a psychedelic motherfucker. The ooze is what I like. Y'all can smoke all the weeds and shit like that, not me. Anyways, let's get into this rant because this shit is bothersome to me. Now, I was sitting here looking at the Twitter machine, and Jennifer Coffendorfer, who I'm not really fond of anyway, she linked to an article where this Chippendale Rescue Ranger looking motherfucker right here on the left, he is now claiming to have broken some news. This is on CNN.com. He actually writes for the New York Times. His name is Nicholas Bogle Burrows. New York Times reporter poured through 10 years of Idaho killing suspect's internet post. See what he found. You know what? Let's go back and check the date. Maybe I'm off a little bit. What is the date on this post? That was at 2:21. Today. 2:21. No, I'm sorry. This is January 14th. 2023 is when that article looks to have been written. Bro, the internet community has been talking about those psychological, what was it called? I forgot. Post on that thing for 2 weeks. But let's go ahead and see what the mainstream media, who I'm about to rant about here in just a second, because listen, all of them and you fucking cocksuckers in the comment section, you guys are constantly saying, is it verified by the media? Is it verified by the police? When these people are paid to lie to us. You ever heard of Operation Mockingbird? Do you understand what I'm saying? The media has been lying to us for how long? The media nor the police solved anything. They didn't solve Gabby Petito. Internet sleuths did. It was internet sleuths, YouTubers that actually drove by and saw the van. It was internet sleuths to solve that case. The Kylie Rodney case, whatever her name is. It was internet sleuths that ended up cracking whatever the fuck there was to crack in that case. Leilani Simon. Let's just call it what it is. It was not initially police or anybody else that looked at the dumpster. There was internet sleuths that pointed out that it could be in the dumpster. Debbie Collier, even though they lied and told us that she committed suicide, it was internet sleuths that was connecting all those dots. And then when they couldn't justify whatever the fuck they were going to say, whenever they couldn't crack the case, they just told us Debbie Collier set herself on fire. Complete lie. Richard Allen, they couldn't solve that shit for 6 goddamn years, so they just threw Richard Allen out there and said, all right, we'll let the Chomo, whatever his name is, off the hook. And so we'll just throw it at Richard Allen with no evidence whatsoever. It's not hard to understand what Operation Mockingbird is. It's state-run media. That's what all this shit is. It's all propaganda and always has been, always will be. All you got to do is Google the term false flags, and you will clearly understand that we are lied to on a regular. Do you believe everything your government tells you? I guarantee you the answer is probably no. Do you believe everything the media tells you? The answer is probably no. And if it's not no, let's go ahead and take a listen to this bullshit. I just want you to see this shit. I just want you to see this bullshit.
Welcome to CNN this morning.
Thank you for getting up early for us.
We are learning new details about the suspected targeted attack.
Victor Buda's notorious arms dealer. Is there a threat to other countries now that he is
Go with that.
CNN This Morning, weekdays at 6 Eastern.
The New York Times obtaining chilling posts, it says, are from the Idaho murder suspect, Brian Koberger, as a teenager. Times sharing screen grabs of the post with Outfront, in which Koberger reportedly says he feels no emotion, little remorse. One says, quote, as I hug my family, I look into their faces, I see nothing.
Now I want you to see that. I want you to take a look at that image. I want you to take a look at that image. How many of us YouTubers, see, I'm not an internet sleuth. I'm just a fat motherfucker on the internet giving commentary. And even I reported this shit and knew it before CNN and the New York Times. But let me make this shit clear. Constantly, the internet sleuth community, the true crime community, the people that are just on the internet looking for answers, they are given a bad name because of a few bad apples that do exist out there that lies for clout. But make no mistake about it, the mainstream media lies for clout. What we are seeing is lying for clout. When these people know goddamn well that you and me and other people like us, we're the ones that broke this story, we're the ones that brought this shit to the limelight weeks ago, they're gonna sit here on national television and tell people that they broke the story. And you don't believe me? I'm gonna show you right now. They're gonna tell people that they broke the story. And this is the way it always is. In March of 2020, I talked about $3.7 million being funneled through the NIH to a little lab that originally was moved from Chapel Hill, North Carolina to Wuhan, China. That was March of 2020. That's been proven right. But they said I was lying. They said people like me was lying. Same thing here. And we can go on and on and on. How many times? When the music first dropped, when the song, because let me explain this to you. This psychological website that he was on, it's not that hard to run a background check on someone and get it shows you all the email addresses associated with their name. It's not that fucking hard to do. We did it weeks ago, and now this cocksucker right here is coming out here and acting as he broke the case. And it happens all the time. And so many of you commenters, you feed into this bullshit. Because you're like, did you get it from official authoritative sources? Suck my authoritative source, bitch. You know how ridiculous you sound? You think this cocksucker, right? You think this jackass is any more authoritative than me? Get the fuck out of here. You think this jackass right here is any more authoritative than Grizzly True Crime? Get the fuck out of here. And if he is more authoritative, how did we get the information first? How? Well, JB, he just had to confirm that the story was true. It don't take 2 weeks to run a background check and run the goddamn email. It takes 5 minutes. I could do it right now. So yes, he broke the news. Let's listen.
I am looking at a video game. Out front now, Nicholas Bogle-Burrows, the reporter who broke this story.
Yes, of course he broke it.
And Nick, I know that you identified and have now read through hundreds of messages from about...
And if this cocksucker had even an ounce of integrity, even a slither, he would openly say, look, man, I didn't break this story. This shit was all over the internet for weeks. But he won't at all because they have no integrity. They have no, and anyone that is trying to get the big scoop and look at and call themselves a super sleuth and try to present to you like those are all doing some sort of investigative genius work, they're all frauds. Let me tell you something that most true crime or media people will not tell you. Whether it's on my news site or here, I do the exact same shit that they do. Now, what you may see is them drive out to a location so they can report it on the scene, so it looks like they're really on the scene doing some investigating. Those days are over. Most of these people are just news readers like myself. Most of these people are just commentators like myself, Googlers like myself and like you. But here's the thing, they Google late as fuck. But all these people want you to believe that they're out solving the case. They're out breaking the story. They're out, they're working the beat. These motherfuckers, none of them. And if the true crime community is telling you they're doing it, they're the goddamn liars too. They're just sitting here doing the exact same thing I do. Look for stories, research some shit, present it to you, and add commentary. That's all it is. Now, certain people have different ways of delivering it, and that's what makes them special. That's what makes me special. And also the fact that I will tell you the fucking truth. These people are not breaking any stories. And even worse is the mainstream media, because they're the ones that act like they're the authoritative source. And that is disgusting.
A decade of time that you say were written by Kohberger, so this would go from the time he was a teenager all the way until now. Tell me more about what stood out to you in these posts.
Yeah, so it begins with these posts on a forum website when he's about 16 years old, and he's talking about feeling a range of mental health conditions or problems with his life. He talks about not being able to feel emotions, feeling like he's detached from the world, and as you mentioned, that when he hugs his own family, he sees nothing. He also described looking at his life and going through the motions like it's a video game, and he's really hard on himself, saying he feels worthless, that he's a jerk to people in his life, and doesn't feel bad about it afterwards. He also talks particularly about his dad, saying he treats his dad like dirt, even though he thinks of him as a good guy. And this is all back when he's in about high school and his later teen years. And what we know about his life after that is that he ends up becoming addicted to heroin around the time that he graduated high school in 2013, and that he's in and out of rehab. But then what's kind of interesting is after that, it seems like his life turns around somewhat. He goes to community college and starts studying psychology and starts messaging other friends about saying he's interested in studying the minds of criminals. It seems like he's found a passion of some kind in psychology and criminology.
Wow.
And then he ends up going, of course, as we know, to across the country from Pennsylvania, where he grew up, to Washington State last summer, and starts a PhD program in criminology there.
All right. So that's what we had here. Now, hold on. Let me make sure this fucking thing is muted. I don't want fucking with me in the middle of the video. So, now let me ask you something. CNN just dropped this. The New York Times just dropped this like they just broke the story. Did any of that sound familiar to you? In fact, let me check something out. Let me check some out. Well, in fact, we'll try a couple different experiments, right? Let's go to YouTube. In fact, I don't even know if I labeled my shit that way. But let's go and let's see, because I may have did it even on a live stream. Okay, this was a week ago. This was a week ago where I reported the sick rapper, okay? I reported on his SoundCloud and his Tappa Talk, right? And man, listen, there's people way before me that did it. Well, maybe it was the same day. Let's look at Grizzly True Crime. She does excellent work, one of my favorites completely. I do recommend Grizzly True Crime completely. But let's see, I know she does mainly live, so let's look and see what she's got. Let's look and let's just scroll down here. Because they were 2 weeks ago fucking talking about his shit. But there are so many different things. 9 days ago, let's see here. Let's see here. Because I know she did it too. But it was before the probable cause affidavit. Or it may have been after. His pathology deep dive with her and John Kelly. And I'm almost 100% sure she covered this. I'm checking though. I'm checking. Let's see here. But I almost guarantee it. But you can look at almost anybody. Like you can look at any other true crime person. Whether it doesn't really matter who it is, but I guarantee you they've covered this story. Whether it's Harsh Reality, I bet you Harsh did it probably the next day. So there's so many people. You guys heard it. You guys have seen it here. I did it a week ago. But now CNN comes out. New York Times just comes out with some breaking news. It's all bullshit, man. It's all bullshit. And now why am I ranting about this? Why does it bother me? It's because unlike most YouTubers, I take the time to read you motherfucker shit, your comments under my videos. I don't always respond to you because some of you some dumb motherfuckers. Usually only respond when it's a chick and I kind of want to fuck her a little bit. You get my drift. But, and you know what's funny? They're all going to go check now. And they're going to be like, JB does only respond to the women. I also respond to the people that donate to my channel and support the channel. I subscribe, money, pussy. Money, pussy. Then I respond. But, let me get to this. I find it strange how so many of you you're like, you shouldn't speculate. You shouldn't do this and that. You should only trust what comes from law enforcement, whose entire job is to protect the integrity of the investigation and not tell you anything. Or the mainstream media that since Operation Mockingbird has been infiltrated and their entire job is to spread propaganda. Whether it's CNN and MSNBC spreading left news propaganda or Fox News over spreading right-wing propaganda. Shout out to Fox News. My point is, no matter which news source you typically go to, they're going to have an agenda and spit their own propaganda, and it's usually going to be the official narrative propaganda. May I rewind time back to when the BBC was telling you that Building 7 had just fallen. Building 7 was right behind them motherfuckers. And then all of a sudden, we never heard about Building 7 from the mainstream media again, or the 9/11 Commission report. Explain that shit. Explain that shit. We just don't know anymore. Just being honest. Just all of a sudden, only two buildings in the Pentagon got hit or came down. Just that's all I'm saying. Their entire job is to spread propaganda to us. There's a lot of you people that believe it. A lot of you people don't. And if you're with me and you realize that the official narrative and mainstream media has been lying to you for a long time, let me know in the comment section because it means something. Now, if you're one of these dummies that are like, yeah, I believe everything the police tell me. I believe everything my government tells me. I believe everything CNN tells me. Then you're a fucking goober. And there's nothing I can help you with. I'm just being honest. Just being honest. Let me know, though, in the comment section which one you are. I just felt like ranting on this shit. These cocksuckers are openly... I'm just saying this because, yes, when you speculate, you're going to get some shit wrong. And real people with integrity, like myself, correct it. I still don't give a fuck what you people think, but I'll correct it anyway. But what does fuck with me is when people like this, the mainstream media they shit on internet sleuths and YouTubers all day long. I've been in this business 16 motherfucking years. Longer than most of these people on the internet or on the national television has been around on TV. Yeah, this channel's 2 months old. Thank you for 5,000, almost 5,000 subscribers, by the way. But let me make this clear. I've seen it over and over again. The mainstream media hates YouTube because YouTube is killing them. YouTube is making television and cable obsolete. It's the truth. And that is why they come out here and say the YouTube sleuths and all of those people, don't listen to them, don't listen to them, don't listen to this, turn on our news channel. That's what they say. We're the only news. That's what they say. Don't fall for that shit. Don't believe that shit because it's all lies and propaganda. And this cocksucker right here, fucking Rescue Ranger looking bitch, triggers the fuck out of me. Because they will openly take the credit and they will run with it. Meanwhile, while simultaneously throwing all of us under the bus. And you people watching these videos that aren't supporting your favorite YouTube channels, that are too busy paying CNN, that are too busy paying Netflix, you're also to blame. Because you're the ones that let it happen and you're the ones that believe the fucking shit. And if you're one of those people, I don't like you and give a fuck about you anyway. Go yourself. What did you say? Did you say unalive? No, I said off. I gotta be careful with that one just because, you know, you never know which one of these nut jobs will go. I'm gonna kill myself. JB told me to kill me. Disclaimer, I did not tell anybody to kill themselves. But I wouldn't be mad, bitch. I'm JB Gunner. This is Crime Time with JB Gunner. If you guys like what I do here and you want to support the channel, by all means, hit the links down below. Your boy is back. Feeling good. Feeling really good, actually. Anyway, see you guys next time. Peace out. Let me know what you think. Bye.